Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jamie Hall with Loyalty 360. Wanted to thank you all for attending Loyalty Program Growth for Better or Worse, presented by Jeff Berry, Senior Director, Knowledge Development and Application at LoyaltyOne, and Research Director of Colloquy, a LoyaltyOne research group. Jeff manages research initiatives while cultivating business partnerships in North American marketplaces. With more than 15 years of experience in loyalty marketing, analytics, and customer engagement, Jeff ensures LoyaltyOne's positioning as a thought leader in the loyalty industry. Today, Jeff will be sharing insights on how consumer interest in loyalty programs have evolved over the past 2 years, which of the 12 industries analyzed have seen the biggest changes in memberships, what trends are emerging regarding member engagement, and what steps can loyalty marketers take to ensure their programs are positioned for future success. We want to remind you all that this is one in a series of webinars powered by Loyalty 360. As always, the recording of this webinar will be archived for Loyalty 360 members to access. If you have any questions, please use the WebEx question function of your control panel, and we will forward questions to the presenters for a Q&A at the end of our event. And with that, I will hand it over to Jeff.
Thanks very much, Jamie. I want to thank Loyalty 360 for inviting us today to present this new research. It's not a new piece of research for us in terms of a history of conducting loyalty program census, but this is the latest version, the 2013 version of our loyalty census. So I want to thank everybody also for joining this webinar today. We're really excited to present this. I think there's some interesting findings and some interesting implications coming out of the findings that you'll all find interesting in your various capacities, whether you are a direct loyalty practitioner or a loyalty service provider, whatever place you occupy in the loyalty space. I think there's some really interesting findings here as we get into this. I wanted to start the day with something that I've been thinking a lot about lately. Okay, so let's get into the content today. Really, there's 3 things that I want to cover off. So this is both meant to form the agenda for the day, but also to give you the highlights before we get into them. So from a census perspective, what we learned this year, and this continues to be the case, the total number of memberships and the number of memberships per household are actually on the rise. This has significant implications in terms of what that means from a consumer perspective in relation to the share of mind that you will attract from a consumer standpoint. Certainly has implications in terms of how do we make these programs meaningful and interesting as any and all of our competitors and frankly non-competitors, people that are outside of our space, continue to drive programs into the market that are actually acquiring customers. So the core message here is customers are signing up for programs. They continue to, there's a proliferation of programs and they continue to sign up. We'll get into some detail on what that actually means and what that looks like. Next, I want to shift gears and get.
Thank you, Jeff. That was a wonderful presentation. We do have some questions coming in from the audience. First one we have here is, since you've been conducting industry sizing studies since 2000, was there anything that really stood out to you or caught you by surprise?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think for us, it's probably the continued pace. I think when we started looking at, you think about in 2000, 1 billion program memberships. At that time, I think, there certainly were a proliferation of programs. It wasn't that there weren't programs actually operating in the marketplace. So I think what we find particularly surprising is that the growth of top-line membership numbers continues. I think as I peppered throughout the presentation, I think that creates both opportunity and challenge for us, but I think that probably is the core surprise finding, is that that growth continues, which I think is a wonderful opportunity, and I think we really, I don't think that will continue though if we continue to drive ubiquity around programs and don't think about how we're engaging customers. The demand from a consumer perspective to be an active part of their brand experience. You know, we're seeing rises in consumer interest from a co-production perspective, so being able to customize elements of programs and think about you know, really telling you as a program operator what's important and you reacting to that. I think we really need to react to those that market trend or those market trends. Otherwise, that program membership number may start to decline.
Great, thank you, Jeff.